There it is. Having a little testicle problem with the camera. There is my sister-in-law counting her cash. There is my brother.
Playing a game.
There is my sweet wife. And it is the day of our cruise. We're at the Holiday Inn in New Orleans, and it was wonderful. I highly recommend it. We saw a lot of fellow cruisers in the restaurant this morning for breakfast, and we are waiting for our Uber so that we can go to the pier and get on the Norwegian Pearl. And when we do that, I will pick up where we left off. Here we are at the port of New Orleans, doing what everybody's doing here in line, waiting to board. So I'm probably not going to make this a long segment, but I thought I'd leave you with a thought. There you go. Be back later. I just want to have an addendum to those people who say to come early for boarding. Take a look at what you're going to wind up doing. And it is cleared out by 50% already. So not so much about coming early to boarding, or embarkation as they say. There you go. Here you are. There's the ship. The Norwegian Pearl. And here we go. And I got to turn this off because they're going to make me turn it off. Well, welcome to the Garden Cafe on deck 12 of the Norwegian Pearl. You can see we just finished eating a bunch of food. And of course, there's my brother, my sister-in-law, and my beautiful wife. Now, of course, this is me. Now, a word about when you get on. After you go through about 4,000 lines, you finally make it to the ship. You make it to the ship, you get on, don't make the mistake of going to the Garden Cafe. Go to Oceans, which is right above the main floor. Oceans is usually not crowded and the food is wonderful. Just a little hint there for you. Now, we were just notified that our room is ready. We got the cheapo rooms. That's because we're cheap. And they're inside rooms, inside cabins. And we're about to go up there and dump our stuff. I just wanted to update you. I know you're all waited with bated breath. I don't know, how do you bait your breath?
Why would people eat breath that tastes like fish? Fish bait.
Fish bait. I got it. Well, we'll be back. Well, we're back. Looking at my sister-in-law. This is Ocean's Bar. And if this kind of is like a little squirrely, if I like get it out of blur or blur it, or something happens and it's not right and not professional, it's because it's free. So don't watch it if you don't like it. So here we are. We're having a drink. I'm having a Black Russian. My wife is having a Sam Adams, and I don't know what they're having. But it's always important when you get on a ship to start drinking. This is a good thing. We have not left the port yet. That comes at 4. We're still actually in the United States. And here we are. So I'm going to enjoy my drink, and I'll be back with you later. I thought this would be interesting. It is a steamboat. Since this is the port of New Orleans, I thought this would be interesting. If you don't find it interesting, I'm sorry. But like I said before, you're not paying for this, so don't worry about it. Okay. This is still the Port of Orleans. We have not left yet. We won't leave until 4 o'clock, our time here, which is Central Time. This is New Orleans, such as it is. And a bunch of fellow cruisers. Casino. Sister-in-law. For those of you who don't get out of the house much, there's some water. There's a barge. There was a couple of big tankers earlier. They were interesting. And as soon as the ship takes off, I'll come back here and get some shots of the skid marks. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. I think the steamboat parted. Anybody? There's a lady looking at you. Talk about me like that. People are looking at me going, look at that.
Get your camera.
Okay, I'm back. I know, it's the same picture as before, but there's a barge, and I thought that was pretty cool. We still haven't moved, and I will get you some skid marks as soon as we start to move again. But I have to tell you, New Orleans is awesome. I mean, I've been here before, but I've never been here like a tourist, and it's really, really cool. Cafe du Monde is the place to get beignets and expand your belly at least an inch. Yeah, I know, it's a crummy city. There's a lot of bad crime here. But you stay in the right areas and go in the right places, and it's wonderful. And my wife loves it, so there you are. I'll be back with skid marks. All right, the ship is late. We're supposed to have been gone. We're not gone yet. So there's still no exhaust. However, there are storms. And if you take a look over there, you'll see them. They're coming.
Look at the pano shot I got on.
This is what it looks like when a storm comes and you're on a ship. So I still will get you some exhaust as soon as we start doing some. But as you can see, we are securely tied to the pier. But I'll bet you if he floored it, we'd just break those suckers off of there. But he won't do that. And there you go. Oh yeah, there was a ship over there. Big deal. All right, back with more. Well, I didn't give you the exhaust because we were 2 hours late leaving the port, and I'm sure that cost NCL quite a bit of money for every minute that they're there paying for the port when we were supposed to be gone. And our baggage was just got there, and it was like 6:30. But that's okay, because I still like this cruise. And while I'm talking to you about this, you're looking at my wife when you should be looking at me. Hi there. So, here we are.
Here we are.
The ship is now moving.
Right here.
That's my brother.
Me.
And we are just enjoying our first specialty dining night at Cagney's Steakhouse. It is hoity-toity, very good. They had a drink of the night, special drink of the night, which is absolutely awful. So don't get it. I'll show it to you. Yes, it looks good, but it does not taste good. Anyway, I'm going to drink it anyway because it's got booze in it. And I'm really going to enjoy it anyway. And so here we are. And once again, there's my brother, my sister-in-law, my wife, and of course, you know me. So, Cagney Steakhouse. I'll give you a little scan here. It's not free unless you buy the 3 or 5 or 9-day food package, which we did. We bought the 5-day one. It's worth it because the food is absolutely outrageously delicious. And when I get my food, I will show it to you and see what it looks like. I'll be back. I ordered the petite filet, and there it is. And I ordered the garlic butter for the side. Not the side dish, but for the steak. And yes, it does look small, but it was a 5 ounce because I don't want the 8 ounce. My brother ordered the ribs, and holy mackerel, he got ribs.
Very fatty.
My wife got the same filet I did. I just got some delicious looking French fries. My sister-in-law got a steak, but she's got it devoured. And the sides are on their way.
Carefully, you have the corn and garlic, man.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very nice. All right. Well, we have eaten about 80% of our main dish. And I have to tell you, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're looking at about a 6.5. Not really that great. I had a petite filet, and it was not as tender as you would like a filet to be. And I did ask for a medium. It was medium. It was cooked correctly, but it was just not. And it was about the size of a quarter. But I mean, it was a 5 ounce. I guess it's a different measure, but it wasn't that good. So anyway, my brother got himself a pack of ribs, which was more like fat with a side order of a little bit of meat and ribs. So my wife had the same thing that I did, and my sister-in-law had a steak, and she loved it.
Look at that. We should have got that.
So
Make reservations for their tomorrow.
needless to say, we're not very happy with Cagney Steakhouse, and we will be doing nothing about that. We just won't come back to Cagney's. So I'm going to try the dessert. If their dessert is good, it might go from a 6 to maybe a 6.5. But that's about it. So, and now we move on. You know, we managed to get through the port and get actually on the water, and we can still see land without screaming and acting like children. Is that correct? Correct. We didn't scream. There are people who like to scream and act like children.
Not us.
But not us. And anyway, so I leave you with this thought. Okay. Here's the dessert menu. Raspberry creme brulee, Florentine crunch with a chocolate twist, Oreo cheesecake with a balsamic reduction. Really? Decadent chocolate fudge brownie with assorted brittle and caramel sauce. Maybe. Macadamia nut ice cream sandwich with toasted coconut and spiced apricot raisin chutney. I don't think so. Fruit salad and warm apple cardamom crisp with a port wine reduction.
Let's see this fruit salad. Why, there it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had desserts in restaurants before, but I've never had balsamic vinegar in a cheesecake. I just don't know.
I love that macadamia nut ice cream.
Well, good morning. It's good morning to us because we just got up and we are looking at a little bit of TV. We just finished taking a shower, and I have to tell you that this room is fantastic. It's a small room. It's an inside room, and we are in the butt end of the ship. We're right in the aft part of the ship. This is a sea day. So being a sea day means that you're at sea all day. And it's very rough, the rough seas. It's nice though. It's calming, and there's something calming and comfortable about being in the bed and sleeping in this just on the ocean. It's very nice. Anyway, my task now is to find my brother, who seems to be missing, because I guess we didn't get up early enough for him. So we're going to have to hunt him down and get breakfast. So I leave you with this thought.